Guys, how was the session this morning? The panel discussion? Please give it up again for Samir, Priya, Lalit, and Shrikant. Phenomenal job, great leadership insights in terms of breaking the glass ceiling. Now we have a super exciting session for you. Our first fireside chat today features Ashish Achlekar in conversation with Dr. Pramod Chaudhari. They will be discussing innovation, strategies, and insights. In case you missed yesterday's session, here's a little bit about Dr. Chaudhari. Dr. Chaudhari founded Praj in 1983. He transformed it into India's largest biofuel technology company. His presence in over 100 countries, and he's got numerous accolades, including the prestigious George Washington Carver Award. Please welcome Dr. Chaudhari. And in conversation with Dr. Chaudhari, we have American entrepreneur and philanthropist Ashish Achlekar ji. Ashish is a founder and chairman of Near You. He's also an alumnus of the prestigious COEP. And he recently created an endowment of $1 million for COEP. It represents one of the largest gifts received by COEP in its 168-year history. Please welcome Ashish and Dr. Chaudhari.
मंडळी नमस्कार. तुमची अपेक्षा आहे गणू साहेब मला करेक्ट करा की गप्पा मारायच्या फायरसाईड चॅट मध्ये गप्पा बरोबर. आशिष हा नव्या पिढीतला सक्सेसफुल ऑन्टरप्रेन्योर आहे आणि तो काय करतो मला एक्झॅक्टली माहित नाही पण बरंच काही करत असावं ऐकायचं आपल्याला. आणि तो फिलॉसॉफी पण बऱ्यापैकी करतो आणि आत्ताच म्हणजे आमच्या कॉलेजचा विद्यार्थी आहे सीओईपीला मोठी ग्रांट दिलेली आहे स्कॉलरशिपसाठी दिली आणि त्यांनी काय जे अचीव केलं ते त्याच्याकडनं आपल्याला समजून घ्यायचं की त्यांनी काय एक्झॅक्टली सोर्स कोड काय त्याचा हाऊ ही मॅनेज. And second thing is हे जे आत्ता गर्जे मराठीचं जे गोष्टी उपलब्ध पाहिजे जी हे आहे शक्यता आहे त्यांना जर काही आपल्याला शिकायला मिळालं अशी शिकायची इच्छा आहे. पुढच्या पिढीतला अंतर्प्रधान आहे कारण मला जास्ती शिकायचं आहे मी जुन्या पिढीतल्या पिढीचा फरक पडतो आजकाल. काय ते बरोबर आहे का?
Good morning, everyone, and it's such an honor to share the stage with such a successful, accomplished entrepreneur, and more importantly, such a humble person. I met him 3 times so far, and every time I learned so much just by interacting with him. So, thank you. Secondly, I would like to congratulate Anand Ganu ji. He invited me, he and Sandeep they invited me last time, and one of the biggest learnings I had was, typically these kind of gatherings take the form of mainly social and cultural gathering, but the way Anand has professionalized these kind of gatherings is mind-boggling, and I feel like something really good is going to come out of this. So I'm a big fan, Anand. Congratulations on another successful conference. Going back to Pramod sir's point about the code, there isn't any code. I think the key is to always remember that when you become an entrepreneur, whether it is running a non-profit or for-profit business, uh, the activities of an entrepreneur has to be tied to, they have to be tied to some bigger purpose beyond just making a lot of money. Uh, and that becomes the key to sustainable success going forward. So when I started my journey, uh, I pretty much had no idea what I was going to do. Right? Very happy. I was very happy in a corporate job. I was an investment banker. But then, really, what was bothering me is it wasn't tied to what I was doing. Was not tied to a bigger purpose in life. And I found purpose in creating jobs and impacting people's lives and giving back to the economy and community. That's what prompted the journey, and it's still underway. I think we have just about begun, and there's a lot more to do. But the question prompts another question for you, Pramod sir. What motivated तुमचं काय motivation होतं become an entrepreneur?
मला अंतरप्रेनर व्हायचं होतं, कारण मला दुसऱ्याची कंट्रोलिंग आवडत नाही. म्हणून मी कंट्रोलमध्ये कुठे अडकेल नाही. मेरे मन का राजा मैं अशा पद्धतीने मला काम करायला आवडतं, आणि त्या पद्धतीने वर्कआउट. That's how it happened. What to do, I really didn't know.
When I began my journey, right, there was a lot of confusion. Like you said, you still don't understand what I do. It is very difficult to develop focus in today's world. There's so much information, there is so much noise. What would you say to the audience? Like, how do you develop your focus? I want to work on this.
Well, it's really a tough job. Create a focus. त्याच्यामुळे त्याच्यावर एक one step backward. So your purpose, being an entrepreneur, purpose that has to be followed by passion. These two things together give that kind of focus. That's the way I look at it. Purpose, passion, and then you achieve with the help of perfection what you want to aim for or what you want to go for. It happens gradually, it doesn't happen overnight. टक्के रुपये ज्याला आपण म्हणतो, चांगला शब्द आहे. टक्के रुपये खाल्ल्याशिवाय तुम्हाला सापडत नाही, स्टिंग सापडत नाही. आणि ह्याच्याकरता थोडंसं अप अँड डाऊन, तुमच्याकडे मला माहिती आहे तुमच्या ह्याच्यात अप अँड डाऊन आहे, किंवा मला एव्हरी 10 इयर आपण डाऊन त्यातनं बाहेर पडताना एक वेगळा आनंद मिळायचा.
Figure it out. You figured it out.
So that was one of the happy moment of trouble. And literally it happened to me every 10 years.
Every 10 years. What are the type of challenges? Is it like people challenges?
No, it was basically the market and monetary losses. I was a victim of a subprime crisis. Before that, Asian currency 98 ला currency 2008 ला subprime crisis आणि 88 ला असंच काही झालं. Every 10 years I had suffering because of this external environment. Somewhere I was rash, those decisions also. But the fun is that those decisions when you take with that kind of honesty, learn step by step, learn and then you try forward. Already कमी झालं असं मला वाटतं.
No, there have been more downs. There have been a lot of downs for sure, and the downs are more valuable than the ups in my opinion, and they teach you the most. I feel in business there is 3 types of risks people take. Right, one is decision-making risk. So you have good information, but you are not able to make good decisions. Second is information risk. Like your information is flawed. So no matter how smart you are, your decisions are going to be flawed. And third is execution risk, where either you're lazy or you're incapable of executing on any plan that you put together. So in my experience, the biggest risk has been information risk that created a lot of doubts on the journey. So, sir, one thing is, how do you find how do you connect the entrepreneurial goals to personal and ambitions, right? Personal goals, for example. So my goal is to, in a few years, give away hundreds of millions of dollars. Did you do that in your journey? And how did it motivate you to become a better entrepreneur?
I think over a period of time, both of them get blended. It's very difficult to distinguish. We cannot able to put this is my personal, this is my business, this is my business. And it starts overpowering you on the home front also. अशाही तुम्हाला जास्तीच आरंभ होते. Well, if you are able to do that distinction, nothing like it. मला मध्ये होत नाही. मला झालं का?
Oh, definitely. I think what gets you up in the morning, at least in my case, is that personal motivation to do something for the society. And then I say, how do I, if I have to give away $100 million, I obviously have to make $1 billion. So where do I start? How do I solve the problems? And that brings tenacity, in my view, in your approach, because the highs and lows there are more lows than highs, for sure.
And do you believe in taking advice from some gurus?
Oh, big time, big time. I feel humility is the biggest attribute of anyone that's in a position of decision making. Whether you are a political leader, a government leader, to be humble and deserve mentorship. I believe in deserving mentorship. Right? You are not entitled to mentorship unless you show the humility and you are really making your mentor proud. That's the approach I've taken. There are many mentors that have taught me things in life as well as things in business. And what people told me 10 years ago, I'm experiencing now.
Wow.
That was such a beautiful thing to realize that, oh wow, someone told me this 10 years ago, now I'm seeing it. So that's a huge thing.
They were visionaries perhaps. Your mentors were visionaries and then it has come true after 10 years, 15 years.
And I'm in touch with all the mentors.
Oh, really?
I still keep in touch. Even people that came in my different walks of life, right? When we were a young, budding employee in some company. It is something to cherish.
I do believe in keeping a diary or something to jot down your thoughts or something. Do you keep a diary to jot down your thoughts, your dreams,
I do.
and your ups and downs?
In fact, this is a little premature, but I am writing a book. The title of the book at this point is just tentatively provided on purpose. It's going to clarify a lot of challenges I faced in my journey and where I'm going to go next.
How many years journey you are covering in that?
It's very interesting. In fact, Sachin is here. Sachin Itkar is here. So he had invited me to an event in Pune to give a speech. And I divided the speech into 4 decades. 1990 to 2000, 2000 2010, 10 to 20, and then 20 and beyond. Because so many things have changed in the world, right? Political things have changed, macroeconomic things have changed, my personal life had changed, professional life had changed. So it's about 30, 40 years. So it's very therapeutic to write a book. I'm experiencing.
I've gone through that already.
You have, yes,
Yes.
many times.
Yes.
What's next for you, sir? Like you've accomplished so much. What's next for you?
I got a passion for this climate problems, sustainability, and there are a lot of things happening in this space. Like now we are putting our fuel. Yesterday I was telling aviation fuel we developed, which is from biofuels. We're looking at biopolymers now. So like that, there are a variety of opportunities opening up, and I take a lot of pride in that. I got an excellent R&D center in Pune, which is top class. We do a lot of experiments there. So that keeps me going, though I am not attending day-to-day business now. I'm already reaching 75, so I can't stretch it too much. The stick reminds me of my
you're still very energetic. There's a lot of energy. Energy of thoughts.
Yeah, yes, you're right. A lot of things keep on happening around and you feel like doing that. JP Doshi is here, so he's like a guru for such things.
Yeah.
He's same age of mine and I think that it's a very interesting thing. I feel this generation of entrepreneurs is definitely blessed. You need not to go through the license ranch.
Yeah.
That was my first interaction or encounter with the government. Most of things were license ranch. I written the book which covers the entire journey from my childhood to as late as 2016. Now I'm writing the next edition, which will take the journey up to 2025.
That's great. You know, I agree with you that it's easier to build a business and do business. But I think there is like three things that are still lacking in today's businesses. Like one is the mindset of capital providers, investors, has to change. They have to, in my view, be more collaborative with the entrepreneur and be supportive of the original vision of an entrepreneur. That's so important, right? I was fortunate to have good investors in my journey so far, but I can see a lot of businesses that don't reach their full potential because of that issue. The second is the mindset of the leadership in the company. The core values-based, people-centric business building is missing. And somewhere the soul of the company gets lost as it becomes bigger. And third is value creation. In many cases, just remains a talk. It is not above the top. So, what I am passionate about is to build a holding company, a business ecosystem that basically brings these three things to life. That's what I'm working on. And hopefully, through that, we'll create a lot of impact in the next several decades.
My current aspiration was to influence outside my company or the thing, what I can influence. And that is where the work takes to social organizations, associations. Like your college now, I am.
You're the governor of he's the governor of COIP. That's great.
Like that, many activities I am pursuing. But now that also is I'm not able to concentrate so much, and I like to slow down that bit of it. And the major issue is succession plan. I don't know whether you have done that part.
Succession planning in your organization.
Yes,
Yeah, that's a big one.
that's a very big challenge. I got a public limited company we started about 25 years back. There is again the thing is how do you satisfy the external shareholders? These are some day-to-day issues and who have gone through this route. There are no parallel examples in front of my eyes. I'm struggling my own story. Let's see, we'll find out some way out hopefully. But today the problem is that we're having a succession plan as a big challenge.
Of course. Last question. I'm curious, how is it going at COAP since you took on as the governor? How is it going there? There's a lot of COAPians, I think.
Yes. Well, COEP is slowly taking petition. We have got agenda drawn. We have hired a management consultancy firm, KPMG, and they are done successfully at one of the South Indian college, which is a 100 years old. So something similar they will try to do here, and they're going to give inputs for improving the transformation. It's a transformation journey. People are charged for teaching staff is fairly excited with the opportunity and they will definitely do something better than what was it earlier. They realize that if we have to make some satisfaction and process satisfaction, we must do hard work to achieve this. I hope KPMG will give us a roadmap. I'm sure. We think we're confident about that.
That's great. I'm excited to see what comes out of it. Good stuff.
I don't know. We're trying that.
Anand, I think, आमच्या गप्पा झाल्या आता. It was exciting to talk big picture, high level topics.
नमस्कार सर थँक्यू व्हेरी मच आणि मोठं मोठ्या माणसाचं लक्षण हे मी त्यांना सांगितलं तुमचाच विद्यार्थी आहे, सरांना सांगितलं. सो त्याला तुमच्याशी गप्पा मारायचे. तर सरांनी त्यांचा नेहमी लोक इंटरव्ह्यू घेतात, तुम्ही रोल बदललात, तुम्ही त्याला पहिला प्रश्न विचारला, हेच मोठ्या माणसाचं लक्षण आहे. सर थँक्यू व्हेरी मच. आणि तुम्ही आज वेळ काढलात. ऑफकोर्स आशिष तर आम्हाला नेहमीच म्हणजे आम्हाला मदत तुम्ही करतात सगळेजण. आणि ह्या अशाच सपोर्टवरती, अशाच मार्गदर्शनावरती गर्जे मराठी चालतंय, सगळ्याच संस्था चालतात. आणि आमचा जो प्रयत्न आहे तो हाच प्रयत्न आहे की मेहनत करून वी वॉन्ट टू बी वर्दी ऑफ सपोर्ट फ्रॉम गुड पीपल. आणि तुमचा आशीर्वाद, तुमचं मार्गदर्शन, तुमचा सपोर्ट असाच मला नेहमी आम्हाला सगळ्यांनाच मिळत जाईल अशी विनंती. नमस्ते. थँक्यू.
तुम्ही अतिशय उच्च प्रतीचं काम करता आले. गॅदर हिअर अँड क्लोज टू 500-600. हे जे ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन होतंय किंवा ट्रान्सलेशन होतंय एकमेकाशी, इट इज व्हेरी व्हेरी युजफुल.
थँक्यू सर.
आणि आय डोंट टेक अ नेम, बट आय सीन सिमिलर गॅदरिंग